Melanie. Lambo and fires back to Grohl in the corner. Three-pointer, yes! Nothing but net for Tierra Grohl, and the Rebels are back on top.
Rich Rebel basketball is on.
Back outside, Hopkin open three, yes! Julia Hopkin ties it!
After going 20-8 and finishing 5th at last season's state tournament, the Lady Rebels have their eyes fixed on finishing a few spots higher this season.
Dribbles across the timeline, passes up ahead, and Risha Larson with the finish from the right side.
Coach Cody Lundgren returns for his 3rd season on the bench, and with 8 seniors on the squad and a realigned region, the Rebels are ready to run.
Dishes off, Leifson turns, shoots, and hits. Jackie Leifson with the bucket.
MyLocalRadio.com presents Rich Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3, Rebel Radio with live streaming video at MyLocalRadio.com.
Yep, Amber Lee for the three. Right wing, yes, Amber Lee Smith.
Rich High School Hoops is brought to you by
Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, by West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign of Evanston. The Wind River Hotel and Casino of Riverton, Wyoming, and by MyLocalRadio.com.
Kick it across, Cornea left baseline jumper, good. Nothing but net, Kaylee Cornea.
And now, Rebel Round Ball fans,
Leifson again, this time lobs it in. Nye, quick shot, got it to go, Kim Nye.
Put the kids to bed, tie up the horses, and turn up the volume.
Katie fires across the lane, nice pass. Larson wide open, and Talisha.
As we head courtside to join the voice of the Rich Rebels, Ryan Steineckert.
Kiera for three from the right wing, yes!
Good evening, Rebel fans, and welcome to Rich High School and Rebel basketball on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. Today, the Rebels hit the hardwood for a battle with the Grace Grizzlies of 1A Idaho, and Grace is out here. Rebels are warming up. JV game going on now, and the old gym tip-off is set for 25 minutes from now. In the meantime, we have your comprehensive family dental pregame show, including the Lazy S Ranching scene set here on Rich High Rebel basketball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video at MyLocalRadio.com. When you have dental care done, you let the dentist and the hygienists into your personal space. It's important that you and your family trust that your dentist will provide professional care in a comfortable atmosphere. Comprehensive Family Dental is a family-owned and operated business that understands how important this trust is. 2 locations make it convenient for you and your family when scheduling appointments. When it comes to your dental work, expect the best. Call Comprehensive Family Dental today at 435-793-2210. Welcome back to Rebel Basketball and the Comprehensive Family Dental pregame show, providing quality family dentistry since 1998. That's Comprehensive Family Dental. We've got an exciting game for you tonight as the Rebel girls wrap up the 2017 calendar year, hosting the Grizzlies from Grace. It's Rich versus Grace, a couple of 1A teams from not too far away across the borders, Utah and Idaho. And looking ahead at today's matchup in the scene set, brought to you by Lazy S Ranching, encouraging you to eat more beef and cheer on the Rebels. Rich comes in on a 4-game losing streak. Now, 3 of those are against bigger teams, 3A Mountain View and Lyman, and 4A Green River, plus 2A Bear Lake. So 4 of those 4 losses in a row against bigger teams. But that's been, of course, the Rebels opened the season with 2 wins against 1A opponents Bryce Valley and Wayne, and lost in overtime against Bear Lake here at home. 1 at Westside, 1 at Altamont, and then 4 straight losses has the Rebels at 4 straight losses have the Rebels at 4-5 on this young season. Looking at, part of this is opponents. Another part of it is, I don't know if the Rebels, I think they're struggling a little bit. Kiera Grohl's shoulder injury is giving Rich some scoring issues, but those first 4 games, they scored 48, 47, 54, and 55. Since then, they've gone 45, 49, 30, 53, and 29. So their scoring average has dipped quite a bit. And defensively, they haven't been quite as good either. But again, that's against bigger opponents. Lyman preseason are ranked, I think, 1 or 2 in Wyoming 3A basketball. They're a big, strong, fast team. And that was the most recent game for the Rebels, a 57-29 loss against Lyman. Rich scored just 8 points in the entire first half of that one, and would probably like to forget and move on. Now, Rich will face Lyman again on February 3rd at Lyman, so that'll be a good test to see how far the Rebels have progressed and how much they've improved between now and then. Your pregame show is brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental, Dr. Sean Grohl, and this is the Laziest Ranching Scene Set. The Grace Grizzlies come in at 2-6, and we've got a fair amount of common opponents. Their 2 wins are against North Gem and Shoban. They scored 61 and 53 in those 2 games. Their losses, they've scored far fewer points, but they've been competitive. They lost the season opener by 3 against Bear Lake, lost to Westside by 12. Then they lost to Bear Lake by just 6. Lost to Westside by 1. And Coach Jason Nance also told me that a 2-point loss against Malad, you put those 5 games together, and those are 5 losses that he says could have gone either way. Now, the ball didn't bounce their way, and you start to see a trend there, but either way, Grace has been very competitive against Bear Lake twice. Rich was competitive against Bear Lake once. Rich beat Westside by 10. Grace competed real well with Westside twice this season. So this is a Grace team that Rebels certainly can't overlook. They come in at 2-6, but they look like a solid club. They can score some points, and if you look at the scoring averages, it'll be an offensive versus defensive battle. The Rebels averaging almost 46 a game and allowing 52 per contest. Grace scoring just under 40, allowing just over 40 per game. So this is a Grace team, and Coach Jason Nance told me they run a 1-1-3. I'm interested to see that. I'm wondering if it was a little mistake, just a speaking mistake. I wonder if he meant a 1-3-1, but either way, he puts a lot of trust in that zone defense, and we'll see what Rich can do against it. That's your scene set, brought to you by Laziest Ranching, encouraging you to eat more beef and cheer on the Rebels. We're about 20 minutes away from the opening tip-off between Rich and Grace, and when we return on the Comprehensive Family Dental pregame show, we'll visit with our standout student. And tonight we'll talk with Mariah Sellers, a senior at Rich High School. That's coming up right after the break on this presentation of Rebel Basketball on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. When it comes to hard things in life, don't say, why me? Just say, try me. Remember, it's the tough things that make us the strongest. The cattle ranchers at Laziest Ranching are proud supporters of the youth in our community. Sim, Joe Jean, Carol, and Millie Weston, along with Sim Jr. and Meggie, remind everyone to eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels. That's right. Eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels. Founded in 1997, the Mountain Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho serves Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming and is proud to sponsor the students and staff at Rich High School. The Mountain Valley Cattle Company is established on the foundation of hard work, commitment, and perseverance, knowing that every individual on the team must give their best for the team to succeed. The same principles that students and athletes at Rich High School are learning today that will help them lead tomorrow. The Mountain Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614. Back on the pregame show, brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental. Dr. Sean Grohl, providing quality family dentistry since 1998. It's Rich and Grace. They'll face off here in a few minutes, but first, our pregame show continues with our standout student, and we'll be back in just a moment to visit with Mariah Sellers here on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
In life, your integrity could also be considered your own personal brand. In ranching, the brand outlasts the rancher. As individuals, your character and your integrity also outlast your lifetime. At Reese Land and Livestock, the Rexes congratulate the Rich County School District students as they create personal integrity, their own individual brands, and wish you good luck in this year's academics and sports.
Ryan STEINECKERT with senior Mariah Sellers at Rich High School. Mariah, thanks for your time today.
You're welcome.
How's your senior year going?
Pretty good right now. I'm doing the musical, and I'm also a part of college classes and stuff.
College classes, like working on an associate?
Yep, definitely.
How tough is that compared to just what you were doing regular high school classes?
It's way hard, but I have all A's mostly, so that's pretty decent.
So it's been more of a challenge. Is it just more time? Is it just take more concentration? What's the challenge?
The challenge is getting all the studying done and testing.
So, and then you said you're involved in the musical as well.
Yeah, I'm the wardrobe for the Beauty and the Beast.
So now, I'm not real familiar with the show, but I remember in the cartoon, she opens up the drawers and then moths fly out and she's embarrassed. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and she's also an opera singer.
Are you an opera singer?
No.
Have you been working on your opera singing?
No.
Does Mr. Wood want you to work on your opera singing?
No, I don't think so. I think I only have to sing one high note, so it's good.
Is that high note something you're going to have to work toward, or are you getting there now?
Oh, I can get it pretty easily.
No problem, huh?
No problem.
I noticed today your hands are all black and blue. Were you working on the set today?
Oh, yeah. I was painting part of the scenery for the walls and stuff.
Is there parts of being in the show that, I mean, like you're painting, you're working on the scenery, you're working on your lines, the singing. Is that all stuff you enjoy?
Definitely. I'm definitely, like, artistic, and that's fun to me.
So you like art and music? I mean, that's all right down your alley?
Yep.
What do you like about all that stuff?
It just gives me a thrill, and it helps me to relax.
Are you taking some art classes, or have you taken some?
I have taken some, but I'm not taking any right now.
And is that something you're going to pursue in the future?
Yep. That's what I'm going into for my college.
More specific to what are you going into?
It's like visual arts, photography, illustration, something like that.
Do you have a career in mind, an end goal, or what you want to become?
No, not yet. Haven't chosen.
Anything that keeps the art, keeps you involved with art, you'll go with it?
Pretty much, yeah.
What's your favorite, medium? Do you like to paint? Do you like to draw? Pencils? What is it?
A lot of it. All of that.
You'll do it all?
Yep.
Do you do, computer graphics as well?
Yeah, I'm good at that.
Do you know where you're going to go to college?
I think I'm going to go to SUU.
Why are you wearing a Utah State shirt then today?
Because that's where half of my college classes are right now for my associates.
Why SUU? What's leaning you toward there?
It's a very artistic school, and it has a program that I want, just like the visual arts ones.
You're not worried about being across on the other end of the state?
Nah. I go there all the time to visit my grandparents.
Do you like the warmer weather in the summer?
Definitely.
And not quite as cold in the winter?
Right.
Mariah, are there things you're involved with or activities, hobbies you have outside of school?
No. Yes. I like to paint and draw and all that stuff.
You do that stuff at home on your own?
Yep.
Like enter it into the fair? Or what do you do? Just for fun, for your own sake?
Yeah, for fun. And sometimes I give it to people as gifts or whatever.
Anything else you enjoy doing? You play any instruments?
Oh, yeah. I play the piano and the guitar, and I sing.
You're hiding all these things from me. I have to really dig in there to get you play the piano and the guitar?
Yep.
What kind of music is your favorite on the guitar?
I don't know. I strum, but...
Do you have any favorites on the piano, like favorite music or songs?
I like the kind that like has a lot of notes in it. That's like what do you call it? Big octaves and stuff.
How long have you been playing those two instruments?
So for the guitar, I've only been playing for like 2 years, and for the piano, I've been playing pretty much my whole life.
Do you have a favorite artist like Ed Sheeran or somebody who you really like playing their songs or you like their music? Yeah, musician?
No, not really. I just find songs that sound pretty and I play them.
Mariah, what academic goals do you have for yourself in your senior year?
I want to get mostly A's if I can.
You told me earlier you're pretty much, you've done that.
Yeah, for the most part. There's a couple classes that are kicking my butt, like stats.
Anything else we should talk about with concerning Mariah Sellers?
No, I think we're good.
What do you like best about being a Rich Rebel?
I like that it's a small school and that I can know everybody and that I can interact with them.
Mariah Sellers, senior at Rich High School, thanks so much for your time. Break a leg in the show. Good luck with the art and everything else.
Thank you.
Just learned the JV game is going into overtime, so that may push back our start time of the varsity game tonight. Scheduled for 7 o'clock, but we may be a little bit later than that. You're tuned into the Comprehensive Family Dental pregame show. Thanks so much, Mariah. A pleasure talking with you. Mariah Sellers, a senior at Rich High School. Coming up next, we'll visit with the bench leaders of today's teams in the Cody Lundgren Coaches Show. You're tuned into Rich Rebel Basketball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, with live streaming video online at mylocalradio.com.
It's the Chevy Employee Discount Sale going on now at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston. You pay what employees pay. What does that mean? Total savings of up to $11,000 on the remaining 2017s and select 2018s. And with a trade-in assist of up to $3,000, the time to buy is now. Auto Farm is stuffed with vehicles. It's the Chevy Employee Discount Sale going on now at Auto Farm. You pay what employees pay.
Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer. Randolph is located near the geographic center of Rich County, Utah, on a high plateau with an average elevation of 6,300 feet. The first group of settlers, led by Randolph H. Stewart, camped on a knoll south of the present town site on March 14, 1870. Randolph is a town of extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 in the winter. The folks who live here are also extremely loyal, extremely friendly, and extremely supportive of our youth. Good luck to all the Rich Rebels this year from everyone at the town of Randolph.
This is a Lady Rebel basketball coach, Cody Lundgren, and you're tuned in to the pregame show on Rebel Radio. Opening tip is less than 20 minutes away on KADQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video at mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to the Cody Lundgren Coaches Show here on KADQ. Tonight, the Rebels have their final game of the 2017 calendar year. Rebels host Grace Grizzlies tonight, and Rich is looking to get out of a 4-game funk. They've lost 4 in a row and look to get back on the winning track tonight against the Grizzlies from 1A, Idaho. No one sees the game the way the coaches do, so we'll take a few minutes to visit with opposing coach Jason Nance, and then we'll talk to Rebel headman Cody Lundgren and get his thoughts on today's game. We'll be right back with more of Rich Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video online at mylocalradio.com.
We sell fun. Come see and feel the fun when you shop at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. You and your family will have fun year-round, in the water with personal watercraft, in nature driving your side-by-side or riding your four-wheeler, or in the mountains on your snow machine. It's always fun at Cache Honda Yamaha, no matter what the season is. Our showroom is full of inventory to choose from. Start having more fun today. Visit Cache Honda Yamaha between Logan and Smithfield on Highway 91. We sell fun.
Coverage of Rich High School sports is also being made possible by Delmas Equipment, repairing equipment for over 20 years, farming equipment assembly, and custom fabrication. The Thompson Ranch, Brian and Becky Thompson, promoting student learning and success in all areas. And Western Ag Credit, reliable credit for all things agriculture.
Ryan Steineckert with Jason Nance, head coach of the Grace Grizzlies. Coach, thanks for your time today. Tell me about yourself a little bit. Where are you from? How long have you been coaching?
I'm originally from Grace. I moved out to Burley, teach high school math, and I coached out there for 4 years, and I've coached here for 2, so I'm in my 6th year of coaching, both girls and boys basketball.
How'd your team do last year?
It's first year there at Grace, so we struggled a little bit because we're implementing both new defense and offense, but we did win districts in the end, so we came along, and these girls this year are pretty strong because they know my system now, and things are going a lot better this year. So.
Do a lot of the girls you have this year, do they come back with varsity experience, or how many come back with that experience?
I have 8 girls with varsity experience. Probably 4 of those didn't have very much, but 4 had significant minutes last year.
A 2-6 start, but I noticed at least in 4 of your games against Westside and Bear Lake, you've been real close, very competitive.
Yeah, those games could have went either way, and then we had one with Malad that could have went either way. We just didn't get the ball to bounce the right way for us. So,
what do you know about Rich?
That's the first time I've ever been out here. I know I watched him play Westside because my son played there when he was in junior high, but that was a long time ago, so I didn't know much coming over. We just planned for both man and zone defense, and defensively, we just always run that 1-1-3 zone. So we have so much confidence in that we don't really plan for offenses that way. So
at this point in the season, especially, is it more about what you need to do and execute and run your stuff?
Yes, our district is coming up fast. 2 weeks we have a district game, so. Yeah, it's about us knowing what we're doing.
Some emphasis on defense. What do you need to do to beat the Rebels?
While watching this JV team, we've got to get out and defend the outside shot because they can shoot. So that's one thing. We got to move on defense and get out there and defend that outer perimeter. And I haven't seen the varsity, but these girls have some nice post players, so we got to defend that as well. So,
Coach, anything else we should touch on?
I don't think so.
Jason Nance, head coach of the Grace Grizzlies. Thanks for your time and good luck tonight and through the season.
You bet. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Coach. We're about 15 minutes away maybe from the start time. 5 minutes away from a scheduled start time, but JV game goes into overtime, and I'm thinking the refs that are doing that game will also be doing the varsity game, so we may not be able to start for a few more minutes. In the meantime, we'll continue on with our comprehensive family dental pregame show, and we'll visit with Rebel head coach Cody Lundgren when we return on this presentation of Rebel basketball on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you. There's real power in enthusiasm. It spells the difference between mediocrity and having real, successful accomplishments. The mayor and town council from the town of Laketown recognize the enthusiasm of the parents, teachers, fans, and students of Rich High School. Whether it's your education, athletics, academics, or even your daily chores, enthusiasm can make all the difference. You're tuned in to the pregame show brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental. Dr. Sean Grohl providing quality family dentistry since 1998. The JV game going on in the old gym because of the wrestling duel tonight against Bear Lake. That JV game in overtime. And Rob, tell me, what was the latest update again? Rebels were up 5 with less than 2 minutes to go, so we're probably down to about a minute left in that ball game. Varsity action will start probably within 8 or 10 minutes of when that JV game goes final. So we'll be prepared for that. We'll give you some updates on how the wrestling went tonight against Bear Lake. And we'll continue on with our comprehensive family dental pregame show and hear from Coach Cody Lundgren right after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The professionals at T7 Propane place their focus on safety, quality product, and excellent prompt service, so you can rest easy and enjoy the affordability and efficiency of propane. Serving residential and business customers every day, T7 would love to serve you as well. For all your propane needs, call T7 Propane in Woodruff, 435-793-4208.
Ryan Steineckert with Cody Lundgren of the Rich Rebel girls basketball team. Coach, 0-3 weekend at Flaming Gorge. How did you feel about going 0-3 against some bigger schools and tough competition?
It's always sucks losing games, but it's hard. But, for Mountain View, the girls didn't quite come ready to play that game. But, I feel really good about our Green River game. They came out and competed really well with Green River, and, we had a shot to win it there at the end, but just didn't get it done. Against Lyman, wasn't a real good, performance by us. So we're just going to get back in the gym today and get back after it and keep working on getting things better.
What do you feel like needs to get better? I mean, especially when you consider the opening weekend and then the first, your first few games, things looked really good. You beat Wayne, you beat Bryce Valley at the preview, and you had some other good games. You competed well with Bear Lake, but at this point, what do you feel like needs to get better?
It's not that I don't think that we have a very good basketball team, and these girls are great players. And those were 3 really good basketball teams we played last weekend. So it's hard to take a lot out of that. You can definitely see where you can improve on. And, for our girls getting to the paint and then finding the open player, that's something that we can do a little bit better, I think. Rebounding, I felt we were improved, but we could still get better at that. And, covering shooters, a lot of those girls shot the ball really well, and we just need to be able to close out and get on shooters quicker than we are.
I didn't get to see the Green River game, but you had a lot of turnovers against Mountain View and Lyman. Is that a problem, or was it just an issue against those in those two particular games?
No, it's always a problem. Sometimes we were in the wrong position in our sets, and we'll just keep getting better at that.
What do you know about Grace coming into town, the Grizzlies, this Thursday night?
They got a couple really good girls that shoot the ball really well, and they got a big girl in the middle that alters some shots and gets a lot of rebounds. So we're going to have to keep her off the glass, and we have to close out on shooters.
Got a little bit of a break after that. Will you be able to have some practices, or the girls get some time off?
No, we'll have 2 practices during the Christmas week, and then we'll get back. They'll get a little bit of time off, which will be good for them. They've been going pretty hard at basketball here for a while, so then we'll come back after the new year and head right into region play.
You feel like, based on who Grace has played, who they've beat, you should be able to beat them?
It's hard to compare that. It's all on matchups, so it's hard to say that. I think we have a good opportunity to compete with them, and if we play well, I think that this group of girls is capable of beating anybody. So
should be a fun night with wrestling here, and then followed by girls basketball. We expect a good crowd.
Yeah, it should be a great night. It'll be fun that the wrestlers are home, having a home meet, and then our girls team will be right after that. So there'll probably be a lot of folks in the gym that night.
You get a day or two off yourself. You gonna go snowboarding, or what's the plan for Christmas?
Oh, I don't know. We'll probably sleep for a couple days.
Try to catch up a little.
Yeah, it'll be nice to rest for a couple days.
Coach, anything else we should touch on?
No, thanks, Ryan.
Cody Lundgren of the Rich Rebels, thanks for your time. Good luck against Grace Thursday.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks so much, Coach. The JV game just went final a few minutes ago, and the Rebel girls won in overtime, 41-36. Some fans have started to make their way to the main gym. Again, the wrestling against Bear Lake took place earlier this afternoon. Bear Lake won the duel. We'll give you some recap of some scores and how the matches went in just a bit on our comprehensive Family Dental pregame show, and use that as a little bit of filler before this varsity game gets underway here in just a few minutes. Teams are out on the court warming up. Both teams with gray warm-up jerseys. Rebels on your right if you're watching online at mylocalradio.com with the white shorts. And again, thanks to Coach Cody Lundgren. If the presents aren't wrapped, well, I guess you've still got a few days till Santa comes. For now, turn on your radio or get ready on mylocalradio.com. Rebel basketball starts in just a few minutes here on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. The Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming has teamed up with the Riverton Golf and Country Club to bring you great golf getaway packages for the whole family. Come for a couple of days, golf, eat, relax, tour the Wind River Indian Reservation, and enjoy the Native American tribal dancers. Pet rooms are available so you can bring the whole family and stay. Call today the Wind River Hotel and Casino, where families play, stay, win. 866-657-1604.
Woodruff, Utah has a long pioneer history with a post office that has been in operation since 1872. Woodruff was named after Wilford Woodruff, the 4th president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and is home to the Woodruff Steakhouse, a former Latter-day Saint office building that is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Our rich pioneer heritage is reflected in all our students by their hard work and commitment to excellence in the classroom and in their sports.
You've been tuned in to the Rich High Lady Rebel Basketball pregame show, brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental. Dr. Sean Grohl providing quality family dentistry since 1998. You want to see the TV on that? Oh. The Rebel girls warming up to face the Grace Grizzlies from 1A Southeast Idaho. Grace comes in at 2-6 this season, but again, 4 losses have been against Bear Lake and Westside, 2 apiece to those teams, and they've lost to Bear Lake by a total of 9 points in those 2 games, lost to Westside by a total of 13 points. Comparing scores, and probably, I mean, who knows how much you can actually look into this, probably not that much, but the Rebels beat Westside by 10, lost twice to Bear Lake, once here in overtime, 55-54, once at Bear Lake, 71-49. So it's anybody's guess as to how this game will go. Here's one thing for certain. Grace has some good size, and they're limiting their opponents to just 40 points per game. So they're a good defensive team. and Rich will have to be on their game. We're about 7 minutes away from tip-off and today's action. We'll continue on with our pregame show. We've got the Rich County keys of the game and the Town of Woodruff starting lineups, along with the Independent Software Solutions opening tip-off when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. When your teeth and gums are healthy, you feel better. Great smelling breath and a shiny smile can improve your self-esteem and confidence. For over 18 years, Dr. Sean Grohl has been helping families and individuals with all their dental needs. With dental offices in Randolph and Hiram, Utah, scheduling your appointment is easy. For all your family dental care needs, work with the best. Dr. Sean Grohl and the professional team at Comprehensive Family Dental. Call today to schedule your appointment, 793-2210. Back at Rich High School, December 21st, final game for either the girls or the boys of 2017 calendar year. Those girls will get back in action in the new year, January 6th versus North Summit. That's a Saturday. The Rebels get back at it on January 4th, I believe, hosting Bear Lake on a Thursday night. And then that's going to be an interesting and difficult week for the Rebel boys, who went 2-1 last week at the Flaming Gorge Classic, beating Lyman, Mountain View, and losing a close one to Big 4A Rock Springs. But Rebel boys get back at it January 4th, again hosting Bear Lake. Then they'll host West Side on Friday night, and then the girls host North Summit on Saturday. So that'll be a full Thursday, Friday, Saturday of basketball that first week of January. So this is the final game of the 2017 calendar year for Rich basketball. Watching Grace Doings run through some warm-ups here, and we see the captains at midcourt. Certainly some height there as Julia Hopkin and Kiara Grohl are just towered over by the one Grace player that was one of the captains. The number 3 there is Shay Donaldson, and she's one of the starters for this Grace Grizzlies team. I'm not sure who the other one was, but the centers on the team are Braylee Wood and Mania Clegg. Wood is a senior, number 44, and that's, if I had to just throw out a guess, that's who I'd guess that is. But good height there. They've got some good shooters, and again, defensively, they're allowing just 40 points per game. They can also score a lot of points, as they've scored 61 points against Choban. They scored 53 against North Gem. And so this is a Grace team that certainly can't be overlooked. And talking with Coach Cody Lundgren earlier this week, I certainly don't think that that's any kind of a situation or a worry here tonight. The bigger question is, and I don't know necessarily how to put this, but Rich a bit inconsistent lately. Again, after losing to Bear Lake in overtime, they beat Westside by 10. They looked great in the first half and then squeaked out a win over Altamont, and then got blown out by Bear Lake, blown out by Mountain View, competed and played real well against a fast and solid 4A Green River team, but lost that one, and then lost pretty badly against Lyman. So a big question mark, and a big part of today's game will be how the Rebels start. And that brings us to your keys of the game, brought to you by Rich County, Rebels with a championship cause. Number 1 key of the game is the golden rule. The Rebels have to take care of the ball and treat that basketball like it's gold. The Rebels against Mountain View and Lyman, in those 2 games, combined 56 turnovers. That's 28 per game. Against Green River, when they competed a lot better, I'm not sure. I wasn't able to do that game. But in other games, when they've competed well and been close, they had, for example, the first couple games of the season, wins over Bryce Valley. Rich had 15 turnovers. A win over Wayne, 15 turnovers. If they can keep that number of turnovers to right around 15, maybe 20 per game at most, they should give themselves a chance to compete and be close and have a chance to win in the end. They're certainly going to have to do that tonight against Grace. The second key of the game, brought to you by Rich County, Rebels with a championship cause, Battle of the Boards. I've talked a little bit about the Grace Grizzlies' size. Rebels don't have that size. That's no secret. But certainly size is not the only factor in pulling down rebounds. Rebels have got to box out and win the Battle of the Boards. Number 3 is start strong, and this one I think has been a key every game so far, and here's the reason why. This season, and even going back through last season, the Rebels are 20-2 when they outscore their opponents in the first quarter. 20 wins, 2 losses. That's a .900 winning percentage. That's excellent when they lose the first quarter. When Rich is outscored in the first quarter this season, 1-5. So it's a clear indicator of how the game will go. Rebels have one win when they've been outscored in the first quarter, and that one was a close first quarter. They were outscored by 2, I believe, in the win over Westside. So Rich has got to play strong, or start strong, play good in the first quarter, and beat their opponent on the scoreboard in that first quarter. That's your third key of the game, brought to you by Rich County Rebels with a championship cause. We'll get into your starting lineups, brought to you by the town of Woodruff here in just a moment. I want to run through some of the results from the Rebel Wrestling against Bear Lake. They had a handful of exhibition matches, and in those exhibitions, Newly Cornea lost by fall, but then Bridger Weston won. Newly Cornea won by fall. Then Bridger Weston lost 13-3. Colton Hislop won by fall, and Wyatt Weston won by fall. Mason Skibby lost, was pinned. Keller Sidaway was pinned. Kyler Jackson was pinned. In the actual duel, Skibby lost by fall at 106. Corrigan Conk won 2-1 in just a battle with Kyle Skinner at 113. Conk won 2-1. At 120, Keegan Terry came from behind and pinned his man with 17 seconds to go in the third period and won by fall. Randy Trujillo lost 7-2. Austin Peterson lost by fall. Daniel Gifford was pinned late in the third. Jaden Rao was pinned in the first. Bridger Weston pinned midway through the second. Trey Sidaway pinned about late in the first period. Colton Hislop was leading big early and then ended up getting pinned early in the second period, and Wyatt Weston dominated his opponent, pinned him just 57 seconds into the match. So I didn't get total points, didn't add those up, but Bear Lake won the duel. It was a fun match, a fun duel, and glad we had the opportunity to bring that to you here on My Local Radio and KADQ. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the starting lineups and the start of today's game on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for. Our keys of the game tonight were brought to you by Rich County Rebels with a championship cause. Our pregame show presented by Comprehensive Family Dental. And our scene set was brought to you by Lazy S Ranching, encouraging you to eat more beef and cheer on the Rebels. Starting lineups are brought to you by the town of Woodruff. The town of Woodruff, Mayor Bull Holman, council members Hugh Holman, Audrey Jessen, Raymond Franson, and Millie Bradshaw, along with clerk Lisa Bell. Starting for the Grace Grizzlies, senior Shay Donaldson, number 3. Number 12, a sophomore, Casey Younger. Also sophomores, number 21, Brianna Hill, and number 30, Maddie Windley. And senior, number 44, Braylee Wood. Braylee Wood, right about 6 foot, maybe 6'1". Coach was standing next to Coach Jason Nance earlier, and he was about 4 or 5 inches taller than me, and he's only about an inch taller than Braylee Wood. So do a little math there. I'm 5'10". She's right around 6 foot, 6'1". For the Rebels, the starters, seniors Kiara Grohl, Julia Hopkin, Amber Smith, Kaylee Cornea, and junior Lauren Thompson. Kiara Grohl leading the way in scoring, 15 points per game. Amber Smith at just over 7 points per contest. And the Rebels getting ready to roll here. I could not find any statistics on the Grace Grizzlies, so we're going in blind as far as who they look to for their scoring. Starting lineups are brought to you by the town of Woodruff, Mayor Bull Holman, council members Hugh Holman, Audrey Jessen, Raymond Franson, Millie Bradshaw, along with clerk Lisa Bell. For the Independent Software Solutions opening tip, it's Julia Hopkin and Braylee Wood. Rebels wearing the home whites, the Grizzlies in the road grays, and Hopkin gets up there quicker. Wood's 4 or 5, maybe 6 inches taller than Julia, but Hopkin uses her hops and gets up there. Rebels win the Independent Software Solutions opening tip-off. Rebels swing it around. Hopkin in the left corner, thought about the 3, but defense got out there. The 1-1-3 zone defense is what Coach Nance called it. Thompson puts up the shot. It was halfway down, popped out from the back of the rim. Off target, no good, and the Grizzlies have the rebound and a chance to score first. We're just underway in the first quarter. Brought to you by Pugstone Sporting Goods. Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Pugstone's has it all. Wild fadeaway shot from the Grizzlies, Casey Younger. That's off target, and Hopkin pulls down the rebound. Grohl up court, hesitates, and then is fouled as she used that hesitation to get by the defense. The foul. Missed who it was called against, but the Rebels have a inbound play. Get it down underneath, and Amber Smith with a quick jumper over the top of the defense. Left angle, about 7 feet out. Smith puts the Rebels up 2-0 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Nice play there. And Rolene Kennedy at Castle Rock Chevrolet, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, play of the game candidate. Out in the corner, Younger, who was called for the foul. Thank you, Rob. Running my camera tonight, Rob Leifson. Our camera is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. Casey Younger dribbles it off the leg of Kaylee Cornea. Ball remains in the possession of the Grizzlies. Rebels really coming out high defensively. Younger slices through the lane. Ball stripped away by Smith. Got some Rebel fans over in that area that gave an like it shouldn't have been a foul. I didn't see what Smith got. Arm, ball, maybe both. 6:46 left. First quarter, Rebels on top 2-0. Looking to inbound is Shea Donaldson into the left corner. Trying to drive. Brianna Hill, kick it back outside. Left wing three. Off the glass, rims around, pops up, bounces on the rim, and drops through. 3-2. Grace on top on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Grohl left wing to Thompson. Lauren is bumped by Donaldson. A little ticky-tack foul. Certainly was contact, and refs will call it tight early on here. A second team foul on the Grizzlies. Thompson to inbound from the sideline. Looking, not much movement from the Rebels. Gets it into Corney on the corner. Thompson, free throw line. Smith turns, shoots off the glass. Good. Amber Smith. So from straight away, she just goes straight up off the window and down through. Rebels on top 4-3 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. 6:13 left in the Pugstone Sporting Goods first. Younger, pick and roll or give and go, no good. Rebels come away with a steal. Kiera all the way to the hoop. Gets past the D, lays it up and in. From coast to coast, Kiera Grohl after the Rebels station in Randolph steal. And Rich leads 6-3 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. To the free throw line, Hill. They swing it around, go outside, Brayley Wood. Back to Winley. Tries to drive, good defense by the Rebels. They cut her off, she's forced to go back out. And Grace resets the offense. Top of the key, Younger. Lobs it inside, and Hopkin deflects the ball away into the hands of Cornea. Kaylee dribbles up across the timeline. Rebels attacking left to right in this first half from our view at mylocalradio.com. Smith, free throw line, kicks it back out. Kiera for three. On the right wing, no, just off target. But Lauren Thompson slices in and pulls down the offensive board. Rebels swing it around, reset the offense. This 1-1-3 zone defense is interesting. The three down low come out high to defend the wing three-point shots. Kiera misses a second three-point shot attempt. Offensive rebound by Hopkin. Rebels try to throw a pass inside, too tight of a window, and it's stolen, taken away, up court. Madison Winley with the bucket. Rebels push back the other way. Hopkins' shot blocked by Wood. And the Grizzlies are going the other way. Rebel defense gets back. Rich on top, 6-5 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Donaldson in the left corner. Ball knocked away into the hands of Kiera Grohl. She'll sprint to the hoop, goes up strong and hits it. Good defense by Brianna Hill. Stayed right with Grohl, but contested the shot, avoided the foul. Grohl, though, a little bit better on the play. Gets the bucket to go from the right side layup. 8-5. Rebels up by 3 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Grace defensively has been very good this year, allowing just 40 points per game. A drive in the lane. Floater is short. Rebound, Grohl. She'll push up the left side. Good defense. Kicks it back out. Hopkin thought about the three from straight away, but passed it up as the defense was out on her. Kiera, left corner. Cornea back up to Grohl. Thinks about a long pass. Instead, gives to Cornea in the corner, and Kaylee knocks it down. The quick release works out from about 15 feet out in the left corner. Cornea with the bucket. She averages 1.8 per game. She's there. 3.5 left in the first quarter. Rebels doubling up the Grizzlies 10-5. Top of the key, Winley Holding and looking. Smith out on her. Rebels in a man-to-man defense. Wood guarded by Lauren Thompson. That's a huge size mismatch. Wood swings it around, gives to Donaldson. She'll miss the shot. Hopkin has the rebound. It's hammered away from her by Brianna Hill, out of bounds. Rebel basketball. Hopkin with a couple of rebounds in this first quarter. 3-14, 3 rebounds. I missed one. Thanks, Rob, keeping track for me. And running camera, he does it all. McKenna Stacy over to the scores table to check in. Rebel JV team won in overtime, 41-36. Kiera left wing down in the corner. Thompson skip pass. Hopkin looks left, or looks right, goes back left. Good quick passing. Thompson left corner, baseline 3, off target. Kaylee Cornea comes down with the rebound, but she's called for the push. Had a hand on Madison Winley's back, and it's an easy call for the official. Second Rebel team foul. Grace with 2 team fouls as well. 2:56 left. First quarter brought to you by Pugstone Sporting Goods. Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Pugstone's has it all. Across the timeline comes Hill. Top of the key, guarded by the freshman, McKenna Stacy. Dribbles right, Stacy right with her, just about knocked the ball away. Hill drives in and dishes off, is fouled at the last second. A foul on Stacy, her first personal. That was on the pass, so Grace with an inbound play from the baseline underneath their hoop. Lexi Sorensen to inbound. The junior looks in, fires into the right corner. Quick pass inside, knocked away by Smith, but into the hands of Winley for 3. Right wing, no. Rebound out to the corner. Sorensen pulls down the board, puts it up with the left, misfires, and Stacy pulls down the rebound for Rich, leading 10-5. Cornea up to the left wing. Rebels working the ball around pretty well, showing some good patience. Stacy tries to drive. She's reached around from behind by Brittany Rasmussen, and the senior picks up her first personal. Stacy had her beat. Rasmussen tried to poke it out from behind. Circle H Land and Cattle Company inbound play to Smith. Stacy, right corner. Kiera for 3. Yes, that one rattles home from the corner. Kiera Grohl with the triple. 13-5, Rebels on top. That's a T7 propane and Woodruff three-pointer for all your propane needs. Call 435-793-4208. Big screen, pick and roll opportunity, but Hopkins steals the ball. It's knocked away out of bounds by Brianna Hill. Rebels have forced a handful of turnovers. That's another station in Randolph Steel here for your convenience needs. 2:06 left in the first quarter, and Rich on top, 13-5. Rebels again 20-2 the last 2 seasons when they outscore their opponents in the first quarter. Pass across the top, deflected out of bounds to the Rebel student section. Drill team looks like they're in, got some glittery shirts on. We may see them perform at the half. Hopkin to inbound, gives to Grohl. Lob free throw line. Smith turns. The defense was there, then so she hesitated. The defense backed off, so she shot, gets her own rebound, and then she's hacked by Braylee Wood. The big, tall senior Wood with her first personal foul. Amber Smith with the offensive board, and the first trip for either team to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Smith with 2 free throws coming. Amber this season, in games that I've covered, 2 of 8 make it 2 of 9 from the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Rebels as a team have struggled, and I know they practice it every day. I'd expect them to come around and probably finish the season at 55 or 60%, but right now as a team, just 47% from the free throw line in games that we've been able to cover here. And a second free throw also off the back of the iron, no good. Stacy comes in from behind, pokes the ball loose, but got a piece of the arm of, I believe, Brianna Hill. So a Rebel foul. Couldn't have been Hill. She's not on the floor. Must have been Lexi Sorensen. Inbound to Donaldson. That's McKenna Stacy's second personal foul. 1:38 left, first quarter. Down in the corner, Talisha Larson, or Risha rather, comes in. Good defense. Bounce pass underneath, and Madison Winley puts it up over Amber Smith and in. 13-7. Rebel lead is down to 6. Pass across the top. Risha Larson hit 2 threes, had 8 points in the game against Lyman, all in the fourth quarter. Kiera, right wing, top of the key. McKenna tries to drive, kicks it back out. Kiera tries to drive. Good D by Winley to cut off that drive. Rebels kick it back outside, swing it around. Hopkin left corner. Julia, Risha thought about the 3, instead gives to Hopkin. Julia back to Risha. Bounce pass. Kiera on the right wing, fires it across. Risha launches the 3 from the left wing. This is short. Hopkin tries for the board, but runs out of room at the wall. and is out of bounds. 52.7 left in the Pugstone Sporting Goods first quarter. So far, our shot of the game, maybe Kaylee Cornea's from the long left corner. Made it 8-5 at that point. Drive by Donaldson. She goes in among the tall trees and is stuffed. Lauren Thompson gets the rebound, goes up. She's to Smith. Smith shoots, is stuffed by Maddie Windley. Smith gets it back and touches it off of Windley out of bounds. Circle H Land and Cattle Company inbound play for the Rebels. Long inbound to Thompson, left corner. Kiera for three. Yes, nothing but net for Kiera Grohl. 16-7. Grohl with 10 in the quarter. And Rich on top by 9. Thompson tips it away from Donaldson. Donaldson dives to the floor, picks it up, throws. Hopkin took it, then got it to Thompson, who was fouled by Windley. They may have given the foul to Donaldson, who was on the floor. No, they gave it to Windley. So the Rebels force another turnover and have a chance to extend the lead with 14 seconds left in the Pugstone Sporting first quarter. Hopkin in the left corner, up top, Grohl, Kiera, back to Risha, down left corner. Hopkin drives, gets by the D, kicks it back out. Kiera, left wing three, a bit too strong off the back of the iron. Fight for the rebound, it pops up in the air and time expires. Rebels lead 16-7 at the end of one. This first quarter has been brought to you by Pugstone Sporting Goods. Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Pugstones has it all.
It doesn't matter what season you visit Bear Lake. Make sure you always stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods. You'll find lots of great quality inventory at low prices, including guns and ammo. During the winter, you can rent cross-country skis, snowshoes, and buy your ski passes to Beaver Mountain. Pugstones is always the best place to get information about the area and purchase your hunting or fishing licenses. Everything you need with one stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods at the four-way stop in Garden City.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for. Rebels on top 16-7, and a big part of that is that, number one, the golden rule. Rebels taking care of the basketball. We enjoy some tunes from the Rebel Pep Band. Rebels I had just one turnover in that first quarter, knock on wood, to hope they can continue that. Grace Grizzlies with 6 turnovers in the first quarter. And in consequence of that, and partly also because the Rebels have won the rebounding battle by a narrow margin, Rebels took twice the shots the Grizzlies did in that first half. Almost twice, so a little more than twice the score. Makes sense. Rebels on top, 16-7. As we start the second quarter, brought to you by J-Bar Excavation. We're sponsors of our wrestling tonight. Pass inside, missed shot, offensive board by Mania Clegg, a freshman into the ball game for the first time. She's got good size, great length as well. Couldn't get the shot to go, but they battle for it. Ball out of bounds off of Rich. Inbound to Clegg. Quick jumper from the left corner. 6 feet out, and Mania. That's the first points from somebody other than Madison Windley for the Grace Grizzlies. Thompson. Hopkin right wing to Grohl. Kiera long skip pass back to Thompson. Rebels keep it swinging. Left corner. Thompson, one dribble up top. Kiera fakes the shot, drives, puts it up off the glass. A little too strong. Offensive board by Hopkin and a reach around by Sorensen, but a jump ball is called. That's a Mound Valley Cattle Company jump ball, brought to you by Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. Hopkin with their 4th rebound will inbound from the baseline. Bounces into the corner. Smith, who had the first 4 Rebel points, hasn't scored since early on. Kiera, skip pass. Hopkin or Thompson, Larson, Hopkin, back to Thompson. Quick ball movement to Smith in the corner. Just a bit long from the baseline jumper. Brianna Hill pulls down the rebound. Hill keeps it herself and crosses the timeline. Grizzlies in the road grays attacking right to left. Hill drives all the way to the baseline, misses off the side of the window. Rebound pulled down by the Grizzlies. Kiera's tripped up, then taps the ball across through the defense. It's picked up by Hill and a quick foul. Got to wonder why there wasn't a foul when Kiera was going after that ball. She was tripped, or at least it looked like it to me. A 15 foul against Rich. Lauren Thompson with her first personal. Lauren, Amber, and Kaylee with one apiece. McKenna Stacy on the bench with 2 personal fouls. Lauren guarding Brianna Hill. Right side. Clegg holding out on the wing. One dribble, couple of dribbles. Picks it up, looks for a pass, not there. Long skip pass. Brianna Hill finds a lane, dishes off. Windley shot from the baseline. A short, about 2 or 3 foot bunny shot. Windley hits it, and it's 16-11. A 4-0 run for the Grizzlies here to start this second quarter. Hopkin kicks it up top. Thompson, Grohl, left corner to Cornea. Rebels continue to work it around. Cornea, left corner, skips it across. Thompson, Grohl inside. Cornea, one dribble, shoots and hits off the glass. Count it, and the foul. Kaylee Cornea with a nice quick move. Like that decisive aggressiveness, fakes the shot, dribbles to her left, and then puts it up. Gets it high off the glass to get it over Mania Clegg. The foul charge to Casey Younger, her second personal. Kaylee Cornea with 4 points and a Bear Lake Realty free throw coming. If you're looking for beachfront room with a view, a secluded mountain retreat, or if you have family or friends looking for similar options, including many timeshare options, visit BearLakeRealty.com. Thompson hits the Bear Lake Realty free throw. There's another top candidate for your Rolling Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet play of the game. Clegg gets LeBron James 4 steps to the hoop. She gets called for the travel. I thought she was going to get the no call, but boy, that would have been Russell Westbrook territory had they not blown the whistle. Kiera on the left wing. Timeout Rebels. 5:45 left. Second quarter brought to you by J-Bar Excavation. We'll take a quick timeout on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Whenever you need dirt work, always think of J-Bar Excavation first. The professionals at J-Bar Excavation have all the right equipment and the experience to provide quality work that fits your schedule and your budget. Serving customers for years, the team at J-Bar Excavation understands the area and will work with you to create exactly what you're looking for. Stop in today. J-Bar Excavation, 90 Main Street in Randolph, Utah.
Welcome back to the J-Bar Excavation second quarter. J-Bar Excavation and J-Bar Auto brought you tonight's Rebel Wrestling duel against Bear Lake here on the radio and MyLocalRadio.com. Rebel basketball team leading 19-11 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard, and one for Kaylee Cornea, who has 5 points in the ball game. Rebels lead 19-11, and this 1-1-3 zone defense that Coach Jason Nance spoke so highly of to me during the pregame interview. I've honestly not been that impressed so far. They leave a lot of availability either in the corner or on the wing, because there's if the offense moves the ball around well enough, they're going to get some open looks. Rich has been working it around well. Smith, Grohl, Thompson puts up the long 2, misses, and Wood pulls down the rebound. Braylee Wood just checked back into the ball game, the senior, with her second or third board of the game. Hill across the timeline. Rebels out there with Thompson, Hopkin, Cornea, Grohl, and Smith. Nice pass down inside, and Clegg finishes with her 4 points in the quarter. The Grizzlies are within 6. Long pass for Cornea, left wing 3. Kiera off the back of the iron. Thompson goes up, tips the rebound to herself, and pulls it in. Great rebound by Lauren Thompson. Kaylee to Kiera, left corner. Thompson skips it across to Cornea. Kick it back outside, right corner jumper. Amber Lee off the back of the iron, and Clegg pulls down the rebound. Those tall, long arms, no trouble getting up to that one. 19-13, Rebels up by 6 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Hill, right wing. Rasmussen looks inside, bounce it in. 2 tall trees in there. Wood and Clegg were all alone. The ball initially went to Wood. She gave it to Clegg for the easy deuce. 19-15, Grizzlies within 2. Rebels with a dangerous pass across the key. Goes through everybody. Thought it was deflected. Coach McKee thought so too. The officials confer and decide, yes, it was deflected by the Grizzlies. Rebels inbound from the sideline. A Circle H Land and Cattle Company inbound play. Cornea Way out high to Kiera. Grohl dribbles with the left hand to the free throw line. Follows the screen, then kicks it over right wing to Thompson, and Lauren knocks it down. A 15-foot jumper from the right angle. Makes it 21-15. Each time the Grizzlies get to within 4, 5, or 6, the Rebels come back with a score and extend that lead back out. A 6-point Rebel lead. 21-15. Ball passed across the lane. Wood saves it to Thompson. Lauren up ahead. She's got Hopkin out in front of everybody. One dribble, too far under the hoop. Almost got the mustard, almost got the English on it to roll up and in, but couldn't quite. Rebound deflected out of bounds. Second turnover of the quarter for Grace. I've got Rich with 2 total turnovers in the ball game. 3:53 left in the J-Bar Excavation second. And Rich on top, 21-15 with the Circle H Land and Cattle Company inbound. Good screen by Hopkin. Opens Grohl in the corner for the 3. That one rims around off the glass and out. Wood pulls down the rebound for Grace. The Grizzlies, Brianna Hill across the timeline. Grizzlies attacking right to left from our view at mylocalradio.com. Big screen. Clegg gets it, gives it back to Hill underneath. Ball deflected. Kiera, good eyes, knocks it away out of bounds. The official said Rebel basketball. I think he just mistakenly pointed the wrong way. Donaldson will inbound for Grace. Bounces in. Clegg, quick jumper, and she hits from the left angle. Mania Clegg, 8 points in the quarter. She's got a quick and accurate release. Rich pushes up court, leading by 4. Kiera left corner or left wing to Hopkin. Thompson thought about this shot, but the defense, good quick rotation. Kaylee Cornea left corner jumper. Hits! Kaylee Cornea, nothing but net. Corn has 7 in the ball game. Pushes it back to 23-17 on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com. Stacey's Repair scoreboard. 3 minutes left in the J-Bar Excavation third. Clegg left wing. Passes to a cutting Donaldson who misses badly. Kiera tips it right into the hands of Smith. Nice tip by Kiera. Up ahead to Cornea. She loses the dribble but keeps possession. Kiera in the lane. Up off the glass. Over Wood and in. Kiera Grohl with a pretty drive. Finishing Damian Lillard style. Gets it over the bigs and off the glass and in. 2:36 left to go in this first half, and Rich on top. Lead back to 8. Right corner. Rasmussen into the middle. Clegg, quick jumper. First miss of the ball game for her, but an offensive board from Donaldson. Shea gives into the middle. Clegg turns, shoots, and can't get that one to go either. Cornea with a nice box out, pulls down the rebound. Rich pushing up court. Hopkin looking inside, nothing there. Back up top. Cornea to Grohl on the left wing, into the middle. Dangerous pass, but it somehow finds its way into the hands of Thompson. Shot up, too strong. Rebels pull down the rebound after it was knocked around. Kick it up right wing. Three-pointer for Hopkin, no. Smith with the offensive board. Thompson back to Smith at the free throw line. Kicks it back out to Grohl. Kiera for 3, short. Offensive board for Thompson. Rebels, pass deflected out of bounds. Rebels really hustling, pulling down lots of extra offensive rebounds on that possession. And now a Circle H Land and Cattle Company inbound play. Lauren Thompson gets a breather. She put in some nice minutes right there. A couple of rebounds, couple of points. Bounce into the lane. Hopkin fakes the shot, dribbles through all the defense, just splits everybody and gets the easy layup. 27-17. Nice move from Julia Hopkin. I like that. Ball fake. Pick and roll down inside. Hopkin straight in the air. Great defense. Missed shot. Clegg the offensive board. Back outside. Donaldson dribbles once up in front of the defense. Misses. And Stacy tracks down the rebound. Quickly up ahead. Kiera to Cornea. Hopkin left side. Grohl looks inside. Finds Smith just inside the free throw line. One dribble. Gives off to Stacy, who drives and is fouled. She missed the shot short, but Mania Clegg, I believe, will pick up her first personal. That's impressive to have McKenna Stacy attacking Mania Clegg. Clegg's got her by 4 or 5 inches at least. But Stacy not intimidated. A couple of freshmen out there battling. Stacy's first free throw off the back of the iron, no good. That's Clegg's first personal, 7th team foul on the Grizzlies. Rebels just 1 of 4 so far in the ballgame at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line, and 1 of 5 as Stacy can't get the second one to go. And the free throw woes continue for the Rich Rebel girls basketball team. 1 of 5 in the game, shooting right around 46% in games we've covered this season. Pass into the middle, deflected, and Stacy comes up with it. Quick hands. Kiera drives, then dishes back out to Hopkin. Stacy to Hopkin again. Julia, one dribble, back to McKenna, right corner. Kiera looking inside, nothing there. Dribbles once, and it's stolen away. Quick hands from Casey Younger, the sophomore. Dribbles up, right wing. Windley fakes the three, gets by the D, just loads, throws one up there, misses badly. Kiera with the rebound, and she's fouled as she tries to pass ahead to a streaking Kaylee Cornea. 35.8. And that'll put Kiera Grohl on the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1. 35.8 seconds left in the J-Bar Excavation second. Rebels started this second quarter a bit slow. They were outscored 4-0 to start the quarter, but they've come on strong. The 1 for 1 and 1 is off the back of the iron. 1 of 6 in the game for Rich from the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. 10-point lead as time winds down in the second quarter. Donaldson left open for three. Back of the iron, no good. She gets her own rebound, drives in. Stacy got a piece of it, knocked it away. It's on the floor, a scrum for it, and I think we'll have a Rebel foul as both Cornea and Hopkin came down hard on the back of Hill trying to get the basketball. Foul charged against the Rebels' Kaylee Cornea. Inbound play from the baseline. That's a Rebel 6th team foul with Rich on top. 27-17 into the middle. Windley, who had 4 in the first quarter. Shot is blocked, but Braylee Wood comes up with it, and she takes advantage, puts it right up and in. 27-19. Rich lead is 8. Stacy fakes the shot, gets a little penetration. Rebels swinging around. Cornea with 4, 3, 2. Hopkins shoots the 3 and hits, and there's the buzzer to end the first half. Rebels lead 30-19 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Hopkins seems to do great work with time running down. She hit a game tire and a game winner against Westside last year and hits the buzzer beater to put the Rebels on top 30-19 tonight against Grace at the half. Our second quarter has been brought to you by J-Bar Excavation, quality work on all kinds of projects. Stay tuned for our halftime show. We'll have some Town of Randolph first half highlights when we return. Rebels on top by 11 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard.
This is Rebel Senior Kim 9. You're tuned to Rich High Hoops on Rebel Radio KADQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video at mylocalradio.com.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. The Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming offers a family dinosaur dig and vacation package that includes digging for fossils at the Wyoming Dinosaur Center, sack lunches, tours of the museum, and lovely clean rooms for a comfortable night's stay. With 3 restaurants to choose from, you and your family will have fun, eat well, and rest easy. Schedule your family dinosaur dig at the Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming today. Call 866-657-1604. As the hospital closest to Bear Lake, professional medical care is always available at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. As a full-service hospital, Bear Lake Memorial offers an emergency room that's open 24/7. They treat patients of all ages. Other professional services include physicians' clinics, assisted living, home health services, counseling, dialysis, physical, occupational, and speech therapy, orthopedic care, and skilled nursing. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
Make this winter epic when you rent from Epic Recreation in Garden City, Utah. We rent cabins, snowmobiles, snowcat razors, snow tire bicycles, snowshoes, and more. Thank goodness winter is long, because at Bear Lake, we make it epic. Call us today and book your epic adventure at Bear Lake. Recreation and lodging packages available year-round. Call Epic Recreation today or book online at epicrecreation.net. When you're buying and selling real estate, you want to work with an agent that knows the area and understands property values. You want to work with an agent that listens to what you're looking for and knows how to find it for you. And it's important to know all of your options. That's why it's smart to work with the best. Gary McKee and the agents at Bear Lake Realty in Garden City, Utah, helping folks buy and sell real estate for over 25 years. When you work with Bear Lake Realty, you're working with the best. Visit bearlakerealty.com today. Rolene Kennedy of Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston is your Rich County representative. The mother of 5 Rich High graduates and grandmother of 3 more graduates in the making, Rolene is here for you. She's a recipient of GM's highest salesman honor, the Mark of Excellence Award winner, meaning she provides you with the best customer service in the industry. The next time you're looking for a car or truck, think Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, your Rich County representative.
Go Rebels!
at the half. Rebels on top, 30-19. Grace brought it to within, 4? It was 19-15. They also made it 21-17, but Rich outscored Grace a pretty significant margin there to close out the first half. 7-2. I'll make it 9-2, a 9-2 run to close out that first half, and that included just 1 of 6 from the free throw line for Rich. Rich shooting the ball well, though. They're getting high percentage shots, and they're knocking them down. 10 of 21 from 2-point range, plus 3 of 11 from 3-point range. Rebels out rebounding Grace 18-17. These are some stats brought to you by Rob Leifson, a friendly bro. Rebel dance cheerleading team. The drill team already performed. Cheerleading team out there now at the half. Rebels on top 30-19 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Some Town of Randolph first half highlights coming up when we return on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
Randolph is located near the geographic center of Rich County, Utah, on a high plateau with an average elevation of 6,300 feet. The first group of settlers, led by Randolph H. Stewart, camped on a knoll south of the present town site on March 14, 1870. Randolph is a town of extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to -40 in the winter. The folks who live here are also extreme, extremely loyal, extremely friendly, and extremely supportive of our youth. Good luck to all the Rich Rebels this year from everyone at the Town of Randolph. Coverage of Rich High School sports is also being made possible by Delmas Equipment, repairing equipment for over 20 years, farming equipment assembly, and custom fabrication. The Thompson Ranch, Brian and Becky Thompson, promoting student learning and success in all areas. And Western Ag Credit, reliable credit for all things agriculture.
Welcome back to Rich High School. Rebels on top 30-19. Rich jumped out to a 16-7 lead in the first half, or in the first quarter rather. Grace cut that down to a 4-point game a couple of different times in the second quarter, 19-15 and 21-17, but the Rebels outpaced the Grizzlies 9-2 to close out the first half. Rebels getting a lot of production from a number of different players. Kiara Grohl had 12. Julia Hopkin hit a 3 to beat the buzzer at the end of the first half and has 5. Kaylee Cornea, who averages 1.8 points per game, has 7 in this one. Lauren Thompson with a bucket. Amber Smith with 4 points. And Rich leads 30-19. Our Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet play of the game so far. Kaylee Cornea's and 1. She hit it high off the glass. One of the biggest, couple big differences in this one. Number one is Rebels taking care of the basketball. I've got Rich with 2 turnovers in the ball game, and that's fantastic. I've got Grace with 10, which is not horrible. It's a little bit excessive, but 10 turnovers led to Rebels taking twice the number of shots in the first quarter that Grace did. And Rich also shot the ball a bit better. Rich, a number of more 3-point attempts. So Rich has attempted 22 shots in the game. Grace has attempted, did I say 23, 22? 32 shots in the game. Grace has attempted 23. One other difference, now it hasn't made a difference on the scoreboard, but it's certainly making a difference. The difference is you're seeing the aggressiveness and the attacking of the hoop. Rebels have taken 6 free throws. Grace has not taken a free throw yet in the ball game. Julia Hopkin with 4 rebounds to go along with her 5 points, and the Rebels lead 30-19 at the half. These first half highlights have been brought to you by the Town of Randolph. Mayor Lynn Weston, board member Sim Bell, Brian Wires, Bridget Pugmire, Melanie Lim, and clerk Lana Peart. We'll take a quick break as the Rebel girls come out of the locker room. The pep band fires up, and we'll be back with more of the halftime show here on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. Schedule a family whitewater rafting trip today. Packages include your hotel room, transportation, whitewater rafting, and lunch in a native teepee. The Wind River Canyon is located on the Wind River Indian Reservation in Riverton, Wyoming, and is home to the Northern Arapaho and Eastern Shoshone tribes. Come and enjoy the waves, the breathtaking views of the oldest canyons in Wyoming. Call today the Wind River Hotel and Casino, where families play, stay, win. 866-657-1604. When it comes to parts and service, don't rely on anyone other than the team at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. The professional mechanics and parts department team have the experience to help you with whatever you need. When you need to add a winch, get an extra belt or spark plugs, winterize, repair or replace tires, or have a rebuild, they can help. Whatever you need, gift ideas, parts, accessories, or a great mechanic, you'll find it all at Cash Honda Yamaha in between Logan and Smithfield on Highway 91.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same day and next day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
It's the Chevy Employee Discount Sale going on now at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston. You pay what employees pay. What does that mean? Total savings of up to $11,000 on the remaining 2017s and select 2018s. And with a trade-in assist of up to $3,000, the time to buy is now. Auto Farm is stuffed with vehicles. It's the Chevy Employee Discount Sale going on now at Auto Farm. You pay what employees pay.
Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
Back just at the end of halftime show. Our first half highlights were brought to you by the town of Randolph. Mayor Lynn Weston, board members Sim Bell, Brian Wires, Bridget Pugmire, Melanie Lim, and clerk Lana Peart. And as we start this third quarter action, brought to you by Epic Recreation. The Grizzlies have the basketball. Wood out on the right wing, passes inside, and it's tipped away by Cornea into the hands of Grohl. Kiera pushes ahead, gets it down left side to Hopkin for the two. Pretty play, great pass following the station in Randolph steal, and the Rebels extend the lead out to 32-19. Kiera with the assist. Thompson tips the ball away from Hill. They get wrapped up in a jump ball. Rebels have the possession arrow. And that's as good as a station in Randolph steal. It's Mound Valley Cattle Company, Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho, jump ball. Rebels being pesky here today. Hopkin, Thompson dribbles around the top to Kiera on the right wing. Back left side, good quick skip pass. Thompson again to Kiera. Kroll fires away, short from downtown. Wood with the rebound. Smith wrapped her up. Ball was knocked away. Thompson chases it down and keeps it alive back in the corner. Great hustle from the Rebels on the offensive glass. Hopkin bounces across the baseline, and Cornea is fouled from behind by Donaldson. She said my hands were straight in the air, but she gave a little push from behind. Donaldson with her second personal foul. And Rich for the Circle H Land and Cattle Company inbound play. Kiera to Korn. Kaylee dribbles right, then bounces left side. Cornea or Grohl for three from the left corner. It's good. Nothing but net, 35-19. Kiera's third T7 Propane and Woodruff three-pointer of the ball game. She has 15 to lead all scorers, and Rich is on top 35-19 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Wood in the lane, ball knocked away. Smith tips it, Grohl comes up with it. Kiera pushes up the right side, gives to Cornea. Kaylee goes inside, off the glass, a little too strong, and Wood with the defensive rebound. Donaldson ahead to Hill. A 1-on-3. She tries to take them all on. They cut her off, kicks it back outside. Jumper from the left angle is off target. Wood tips it away from Smith out of bounds. Rebel basketball. That jumper from the left side was Rasmussen. Rebels. I tell you, this is exactly what I was hoping for on the battle of the boards. They're very much outsized against this Grace Grizzlies team. But they're boxing out, they're battling, they're timing things well. Smith inside, bumped from behind. Rasmussen picks up a second personal foul. She looks at the official like, did I do that? 35-19, a clear contact made, and Rebels with the Circle H Land and Cattle Company inbound play. Grohl to Smith. Hopkin back to Kiera. Left corner three. Great screen by Smith. And Grohl knocks it down. Nothing but nylon. 38-19. Kiera's fourth T7 propane and Woodruff three-pointer. Pick and roll. Clegg to the hoop. She's fouled. Misses the shot, but Cornea will pick up her third personal and send Mania Clegg to the free throw line. First free throws of the ball game for the Grace Grizzlies. Rebel first team foul of the second half. Rich doubling up Grace, 38-19. Rebels have come out, scored 8 straight to start this third quarter. The first free throw by Clegg is good. Splashes it home. Grace, of course, just south of Soda Springs. About 2.5, maybe 3 hours away from here. Coach Jason Nance said, "This is my first time ever coming to Rich." Clegg hits the second free throw, 38-21. Clegg has 10 points in the ballgame. She leads the Grizzlies in scoring. Smith, triple team, bounces back outside to Thompson. Cornea, right corner, back to Thompson. Rich, quick passing to Hopkin, and it's deflected out of bounds by Rasmussen. Quick rotation by that zone defense, and they knock it away. Inbound play from the baseline. Hopkin contested in the corner, bumped to the floor. Rasmussen touched it last out of bounds. Another Circle H Land and Cattle Company inbound play for the Rebels from the sideline. 5:43 left in the Epic Recreation third. Thompson to Hopkin, turns, wanted to shoot, instead bounces for Kiera. Miscommunication there as Grohl was headed to the corner. Hopkin maybe thought she was going to stop and bounced it right past her out of bounds. I have that as just the third turnover of the game for Rich, which is excellent. Free throw line jumper. Windley can't get it to go. Offensive board, Clegg, and she's fouled on the putback. So Clegg is 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and we'll get 2 more following that offensive rebound. Grizzlies had 6 offensive boards in the first half. Rebels had 10. That was a big part of that 30-19 lead at the half. Clegg, boy, she's money from the line. 3 for 3. And none of them have even been in question. McKenna Stacy checks into the game. Amber Smith was the guilty party on the foul. That's her second, so she gets a breather. Clegg's fourth free throw in the game, second of this trip. Again, no question, it's good. 38-23, Rebel lead is 15. Hopkin, left side, Kiera, back up top. Julia has it poked away, but gets it back. Grohl around the top of the arc, right side. Stacy in the corner, back up top to Kiera. Long skip pass to Thompson in the corner. Skip pass right back to Grohl. Kiera drives, dishes out to Stacy in the corner, and she is stuffed. Clegg gets out there, rejects that one out of bounds. 5:02 left to go in the Epic Recreation third quarter. And Rich with another Circle H Land and Cattle Company inbound play. 3 substitutions for the Grizzlies. Sorensen, Wood, and who's that? Oh, Younger. Number 12, Younger comes into the game. Rebels set a screen. McKenna Stacy, left corner 3 off the back of the rim. No good. Windley with the rebound. Gives to Younger. Across the timeline. Grizzlies attacking left to right in the second half from my view at mylocalradio.com. Younger misses the shot. Hopkin, great box out. Wood was going to go for the rebound, then let Hopkin have it. Quickly up court. Thompson can't get the shot to fall, but she's fouled on the drive on the right side. And Hopkin pulls down a 5th rebound of the game. 4:40 left in the Epic Recreation third. We'll see if the Rebels can find the bottom of the net on these free throws from Lauren Thompson. The first one, no, rims around and out. I've got Thompson in varsity action in games that we've covered this season, 3 of 5, including that miss this season. 60% from the free throw line. Another Bear Lake Realty free throw coming for Thompson. Crouches down, shoots, and that one pops out. Wood had it. Hopkin took it away. Hopkin turns to shoot. It's stuffed. She gets it back in the corner. And the Rebels swing it around. Kiera in the lane. Ball stripped away. Windley comes up with it. Ahead for Brianna Hill. Streaking to the hoop. Stacy catches up and pokes it away from behind. Rebels in the game, 1 of 8 from the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. 38-23. Rebels on top. Windley has it poked away, but she's fouled. Kiera Grohl will pick up, I believe, a first personal. Rebel third team foul. That is Kiera's first. Scoreboard confirms that with 4:23 left to go in the Epic Recreation third quarter. A couple substitutions. You've got Cornea, Thompson, Grohl, Smith, and Stacy on the floor. Drive, and a shot is up. Brianna Hill fouled. Will go to the free throw line. Lauren Thompson with her second personal. Grace has 4 points in the quarter, all from the free throw line. Make it 5, all from the free throw line. And Brianna Hill. What a contrast from as far as free throws go. Rebels leading in the game, and I think if you could trade missed free throws for a winning score, you'd take it any time. But boy, you got to hit free throws. Second free throw, no good. First miss of the game for Grace from the line. Rebels, Thompson across the key. A drive by Stacy. She's fouled Winley. Puts her arms in the air as if to say, how is that a foul? It looked like she ended up with the ball. She thought it was a clean takeaway. Instead, it's Winley's third personal. And the Grizzlies' fourth team foul. Circle Lakes Land and Cattle Company inbound play. Stacy finds Thompson in the corner. Lauren drives, kicks it back outside. Kiera drives to the right elbow, pulls up a bit short. Smith with the offensive board, stuffed. Rejected down in there. Smith had 4 points in the first quarter. A couple of rebounds in the ball game. 3:47 left to go. Crossover dribble. Pretty dish inside. Wood can't hang on to it. Rebels deflected away out of bounds. Grizzlies basketball. Nice move by Brianna Hill. Gets past the D, dishes off to a wide open Wood who just couldn't hang on to it. She's frustrated about that as she gets a break on the bench. Grizzlies inbound. Hopkin deflects it, knocks it right back out of bounds, and Sorensen will try it again. Inbound to Winley across the lane, scoops it up with the right hand and misses. Smith, good defense, contested but didn't foul. Thompson, double dribble. She got caught up. They'll call it a travel. And the Rebels turn it over for a fourth time in the game by my count. 38-24. It's your score on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. 3:30 left to go in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Rebels scored a quick 8 points, but have been pretty quiet the last couple of minutes offensively. Haven't been able to get something going. Clegg, free throw line. One dribble, kicks it back outside to Rasmussen, or rather to Sorensen. Then a hot pass up high from Donaldson. Too hot, too high. Intended for Mania Clegg. And if it's too high for Clegg, you know it's up there. 3:13 left to go. That was just went over Clegg's hands and out of bounds. Rebel basketball. Thompson, corner to Grohl, back to Thompson. Lauren, left corner. Hopkin bobbled it, but held on. Thompson, right corner. Stacy fakes the shot, gives to Grohl on the right wing. Rebels being patient here against the zone defense. Stacy, long skip pass. Hopkin, Thompson, Grohl again on the right wing. Down on the baseline, Hopkin fakes the shot, gets past the D, it's ripped away, and a jump ball. Sorensen, you could see her arm wrapped around Hopkins' arms, and they call the jump ball. 2:45 left to go in the third. Rebels up by 14. The Circle H Land and Cattle Company jump ball. Grace with the possession arrow. Donaldson across the timeline, left to right if you're watching online at mylocalradio.com. Clegg, top of the key, fakes the three. Hopkin right out on her. Gives off to Sorensen, or to Hill rather. Younger gives off to Donaldson, and they reset the offense, back it way out. Rebels in a man-to-man defense with just over 2 minutes left to go in the Epic Recreation third. Donaldson dribbles right. Kiera hanging right with her. Donaldson shoots, misses, a little too strong off the glass. Risha Larson the rebound. Quickly up ahead. Grohl to Hopkin, running the court, and Julia finishes on the right side with a fast break bucket. 40-24, Risha Larson the rebound, Grohl with the assist, Hopkin the finish. Under 2 to go in the third quarter, brought to you by Epic Recreation. Windley, left angle, gives off to Donaldson, back to Windley. Maddie drives left, nothing there. Gives to Clegg in the corner, back to Winley. Long two from the left side, over the top, hits the glass, drops down. Rebounded is an offensive one for the Grizzlies. It's knocked around, and Smith comes up with the loose ball. Passes outside to Grohl. Kiera, Hopkin, back to Smith, left wing, Grohl. Kiera dribbles left and kicks it up top to Hopkin. Rebels to Smith at the free throw line. Hopkin right wing to Stacy in the corner for three. No, short. Windley with the rebound. 1:15 left in the third. And Younger gives back to Donaldson to reset the offense. 40-24, Rich up by 16. Donaldson dribbles right, pick and roll. Windley at the free throw line, mishandled the pass, and by the time she got it back, the defense was there. Stacy deflects a pass. It's on the baseline, and Younger gets it. They go inside. Windley shoots, and Hopkin blocks it from the side. Those long arms, good little hops, and Hopkin with the stuff up ahead to Stacy, and that's ripped away by Rasmussen. Just a quick steal. 36 seconds left in the third. Donaldson to Windley, left wing shot. Oh, rimmed out. Clegg with the offensive board and the putback. And there's your first points for Grace in the third quarter, not from the free throw line, with about 30 seconds left in the third. Up to the left wing. Hopkin picks up the dribble. Rasmussen reaches in, and another jump ball. That one was cleaner than the last one, but they'll call a foul. So Sorensen this time picks up the foul. 40-26, Rebels up by 14. 15 seconds left in the third. Rebels will eat up a little clock here. Grohl rather. Stacy with 7, 6. Risha, right corner. Stacy up top. Kiera for three. Good. Nothing but net. And there's the horn to end the third. Rebels beat the buzzer again with the triple. This time it's Kiera Grohl with her 5th T7 Propane and Woodruff three-pointer of the game. 43-26, Rich on top at the end of the third quarter. Brought to you by Epic Recreation on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Make this winter epic when you rent from Epic Recreation in Garden City, Utah. We rent cabins, snowmobiles, snowcat razors, snow tire bicycles, snowshoes, and more. Thank goodness winter is long, because at Bear Lake, we make it epic. Call us today and book your epic adventure at Bear Lake. Recreation and lodging packages available year-round. Call Epic Recreation today or book online at epicrecreation.net.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
Kiera Grohl came in averaging 15 a game. That's been as high as 21 per game this year at various stages. But boy, when you shoot the ball like she has tonight, 5 T7 Propane and Woodruff three-pointers. Shoulder may be feeling better. She's not wearing the brace tonight like she was last week at the Flaming Gorge Classic. Grohl on the left wing. Rebels have it to start the fourth, leading 43-26. Rich just 1 of 8 from the free throw line, but leading by 17, you'll take it. Hopkin, pretty move to get around the D, kicks it back outside. Kiera to Stacy, the top of the key. Smith back to McKenna, long skip pass. Grohl looking back door, thought about Smith, was wide open under there, but that's a lot of needles to thread to try and get that pass down to Smith. Fake shot. Rich continues to work it around. 30 seconds gone by in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Smith, right corner, high arching jump shot. No. A fight for the rebound and a whistle. A foul against Rich. We'll take just one quick moment for station identification on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. Rebel basketball.
You're tuned in to Rich Rebel Sports on KADQ Evanston.
That foul charge to Julia Hopkin is her first personal. Rebel 15 fouls, so both teams with 5 team fouls. On the right wing, Rasmussen, skip pass to Windley. She'll drive the baseline. Reverse layup is no, off the back of the iron. Offensive board, put back a foul. Rasmussen will go to the free throw line, where the Grizzlies are 5 of 6 in the game. The foul charge to Amber Smith, and that is her third. Rebel 6th team foul. Free throw is good by Rasmussen, her first points of the game. Grizzlies have 8 points in this second half. 6 of those are from the free throw line. Rebels have limited the Grizzlies' shot attempts, but the Grizzlies have made good. They're 7 of 8 from the free throw line, and it's 43-28. Rebels up by 15. Kiera on the left wing. Dribbles to her right. Long skip pass, right corner to Cornea. Smith out on the wing, back to Cornea in the corner. Rebels work it around. Kroll, Cornea again to the baseline. Skips it back up left wing to Hopkin. Kiera looks, left open, hits the 3. Back of the iron, pops straight down through. 46-28. Kiera Grohl with 6 T7 Propane and Woodruff 3-pointers in the ball game. Against the zone defense, you've got to hit a few shots from outside. The Rebels have done that for sure. Nice pick and roll. Clegg is fouled. She's got 14 points in the game, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. And off the bench, she's the leading scorer for the Grizzlies. Timeout on the floor. We'll take we'll keep it right here. Do a quick Bear Lake Realty fan cam. Our camera in the ball game is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. Visit Bear Lake Realty if you're looking for any number of timeshare options, a beachfront, room with a view, a secluded mountain retreat. BearLakeRealty.com, or talk with Gary and Amber McKee in Garden City. Rebel fans across the way. A lot of these fans were here for the wrestling match tonight. Looks like Pete and Reed are doing more talking than watching basketball, but that's okay. Rebel fans on the fan cam, brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. Let's we're a little behind on ads. I probably yacked a little too long, giving Reed and Pete a hard time to jump into an ad at this point, but so we'll just keep it right here. Make sure to stay tuned for our post-game show. We'll have the Jimmy John's Freaky Fest recap. We'll also have the Rolling Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet shot and play of the game, plus the Randolph Country Store adjustment of the game. And a Town of Laketown Rebel Sports update. We'll talk with Mariah Sellers, a senior at Rich High School, talk about the show, Beauty and the Beast, that Rebels will do this spring. Rob, can you help me get that tape on there? Second free throw for Mania Clegg, or the first free throw rather. Rattles and pops out, no good. That's her first free throw miss of the ball game. She's got another one coming. And that one rims around and out, no good. Fight for the rebound, out of bounds off of Rich. Grizzlies basketball. Grizzlies were 7 of 8 from the free throw line before those 2 misses. Rasmussen to inbound. Looks left, looks right, goes back left to Winley on the wing. She'll lob inside. Clegg, one dribble across the key, put it up and in. And Clegg is just about unstoppable in there. 46 to 30. Grizzlies within 16. Hopkin on the right wing. Back to Grohl. Kiera looks left. Grohl has 24 in the game, including 6 3-pointers. Smith out on the left wing. Gives to Grohl. Kiera back to Cornea on the right wing. Bounce right corners. Hopkin. Rebels working around. In the corner. Cornea triple team. Gets it out to Grohl. Ball knocked away. She dives to the floor. Gets it back. Then a pass across the top is stolen by Rasmussen. She'll dribble into the key, then get it back outside. Shot up and off target by Brianna Hill, but a foul. And Hill heads to the free throw line. The contrast of free throws. First half, the Grizzlies shot none. Here in this second half already, this will be free throws 11 and 12 of this second half. First is good for Brianna Hill, who's 2 of 3 in the ball game. That foul was charged to Kaylee Cornea, her 4th. Thank you. 5:31 left to go in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Count on us to care. Second free throw, no, rimmed out, and Hopkin pulls down the rebound. 46-31. Rebels have just 3 points in the quarter. A 3-pointer by Grohl. She's hit 4 of those here in the second half. Thompson across the top, bumped by Brianna Hill. A reach in and a foul with the body. Take your pick, what you want to call. Hill picks up her second personal. That's a 6th team foul. The Rebels with 8 and the Grizzlies with 6, so we're in the bonus the rest of the way. 5:18 left to go. Grohl to her right, gives to Thompson. into a man-to-man defense. Go the Grizzlies. They've shifted to that man, and Rich will run some picks. Kiera gets by the defense all the way to the hoop, all alone makes it. The layup is good, and boy, if you man her up and then get a little screen, she'll do that every time. 48-31, Grohl having a great night. Stuffed by Talisha Larson. And then a putback is off, and Lauren Thompson pulls down the rebound. Larson just checked into the game. Rebels push up court, knocked away out of bounds. Rebel basketball. 4:44 left to go in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth. Rich on top by 17, 48-31. Kiera with 26 in the ball game. She scored, 35 last year against Westside? Thompson inbounds to Stacy all alone under the hoop. There's another candidate for your Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet play of the game. Against the man defense, the Rebels set a couple of screens, and Stacy left wide open for the easy two. McKenna's first 2 points of the game. Free throw line. Good move by Younger. Pulls up right side short. Stacy turns and grabs the ball. Grohl up ahead. Thompson underneath. Smith with the layup on the left side, just a bit short. Had to get it over Wood and pulled up a bit too short. Up the right side. Younger stops, pops, and misses short. Smith with the rebound. Kiera up the right side to Hopkin. Julia left open. She'll launch the three and knock it down. Julia Hopkin from downtown. T7 Propane and Woodruff three-pointer. There's a candidate for your Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet shot of the game. Julia's second three of the ball game. Brought to you by T7 Propane and Woodruff. Timeout, Coach Jason Nance, and we'll take one as well. 53-31, Rebels rolling up by 22 with 3:48 to go.
This is Rebel Senior Kim Nye, and you tuned into Rich Hyatt Hoops on Rebel Radio KDQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video at mylocalradio.com.
As the hospital closest to Bear Lake, professional medical care is always available at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. As a full-service hospital, Bear Lake Memorial offers an emergency room that's open 24/7. They treat patients of all ages. Other professional services include physicians' clinics, assisted living, home health services, counseling, dialysis, physical, occupational and speech therapy, orthopedic care, and skilled nursing. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care. They really appreciate every customer at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. They understand that you have lots of options when it comes to purchasing outdoor recreation vehicles. That's why they work hard to earn your business by making sure they understand exactly what you want. They're friends with their customers. When you're happy, they're happy. If you haven't been to their store, they invite you to come visit. And if you've already one of their friends, stop in again soon and check out all of this season's gear. Cash Honda Yamaha in between Logan and Smithfield on US 91.
A drive and a dish by Sorensen to Clegg, and Clegg finishes. Anaya Clegg having herself a great game, 18 points. Stacy at the top of the key. Rebels on top, 53-33. Grohl drives, ball poked away. Grizzlies back into a zone defense. The man-to-man did not work. They couldn't stop the Rebels or even slow them down in that man-to-man. Hot long pass by Thompson. Grohl back up top to Thompson. Just over 3 minutes to go. Rebels content to run some clock. Hopkin, Thompson, back to Hopkin, around the top. Rebels dribble right. 53-33. Rich on top by 20 in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Stacy fakes the shot, drives, kicks it back out. Thompson drives in, she puts up the shot, misses short, and Clegg pulls it in for the rebound. She dishes off. Stacy steals it, and Clegg fouls her. So McKenna Stacy, boy, that was an impressive steal. She just went up and pulled that thing right out of the air on a quick pass from Clegg. Grace ahead with 10 turnovers in the first half. They've taken care of it better here in the second half, but I've still got them with 6 more here in the second. That puts McKenna Stacy at the line, shooting 1-1. It's an 8th or a 7th team foul on the Grizzlies. Rebels just 1 of 8 from the line in this ball game, but Stacy wants to turn that around. Hits the first. Straight up, straight down through. Good arching shot, and Stacy has 3 points in the game. Another Bear Lake Realty free throw coming. Stacy's second is up. Boy, nice high arch, and it's good. 4 points in the game for Stacy, and she makes it 55-33, a 22-point Rebel lead. Allie Wallenton will check into the game. Kaylee Cornea, who had a great first half, 7 points, 3 rebounds, likely done for the night. Jackie Leifson, along with Allie Wallenton, Risha and Talisha Larson, and Lauren Thompson on the floor. Underneath, Wood misses. Clegg, the offensive board, and she's fouled on the putback. So Mania Clegg will look to add to her total. I've got her with 18 of the team's 33 points. She's been very good tonight. It's interesting because Maddie Windley had all 7 of the points for Grace in the first quarter, but since then it's been almost all Mania Clegg. Clegg's first is good. She made her first 4. She missed 2 free throws and then hits that one. The foul there charged to Jackie Leifson. Her first personal. Clegg, second free throw, also good. Nothing but net. She's a smooth shooter at the line. Boy, she's the one that, for Grace basketball, as a freshman, they've got some good years ahead from Mania Clegg. Lauren Thompson on the left wing. Risha Larson passes across the top to Thompson. Rebels on top by 20. 55-35, right corner. Leifson back to Larson. Again to Leifson in the corner. Again to Larson. Swinging around. Rebels just working it around against the zone. Wallenton passes across the lane. Tough pass to handle. Leifson can't quite pull it in. Rebels' second turnover of the quarter with 2:07 to go. Sydney Hatch will check into the ball game. And Lauren Thompson, who had herself a nice game tonight. I've got her with a couple of points, 2 points and 5 rebounds, a couple of steals. 2 minutes left to go in this ball game. Rebels on a 4-game losing streak will get out of that streak and even up their record at 5-5. Missed shot, and Larson, that's Risha with the rebound. Wallenton up ahead quickly to Leifson. Ball in and out of her hands. It was a hot high pass and goes out of bounds. 20-point Rebel lead with 1:44 left to go. Again, stay tuned for our post-game show of the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap, plus the Randolph Country Store adjustment of the game. Out on the left wing, Zoe Walker. Pass down inside and a foul. Donaldson will go to the free throw line. Sydney Hatch with the blocking foul. Shea, I keep wanting to say, my A looks like an O where I wrote down her name, so it looks like Shea Donaldson at the line, shooting 2, hits the first. And Donaldson has one more. That's she hits the first. That's her first point of the ball game. Donaldson will shoot another. Second one, back of the iron, bounces around and pops out. Hatch with the rebound. Gives to Wallenton. 55-36. Leifson down in the left corner. Hatch fakes the pass, then goes to Wallenton on the right wing. 1:20 left to go. Our postgame will also include the Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet play and shot of the game. We have at least 3 or 4 candidates for shot of the game. Pass to the left corner, and Younger read it well, anticipated, knocked it away out of bounds with 1:07 to go. We'll also have the Rebel Sports Update brought to you by the town of Laketown. That's all part of our postgame show coming up. Inbound, Wallenton comes to the ball, then gets down inside, gives it off to Risha, who turns and puts it up and in with the left hand. 57-36. Good ball movement by Rich. And a big part of that, again, was Wallenton on that pass coming to the basketball. Sorensen dribbles once to her left, puts it up too strong off the glass. Offensive board by Younger. Shot no good. Comes down, jump ball between Talisha Larson and Casey Younger. Jump ball is called. It's a Mound Valley Cattle Company jump ball, and possession arrow says Grace. Inbound to Donaldson. Open 3, missed, short. Allie Wallenton with the rebound. Up to Hatch at the top of the key. Backs away from the defense and gives to Wallenton with 30 seconds to go. 57-36. Rebels give it away. It'll be inconsequential as Windley goes to the hoop. Boy, a lot of contact. That's got to be either an offensive or defensive. Windley a little out of control. Wallenton had her positions. I mean, she was planted under there. The ball just goes out of bounds. They give it to Grace. 21.6 seconds to go. Donaldson drives, dishes, shot up. No good. Offensive rebound. by Sorensen. She'll dribble it back across the lane, shoots again. A lot of contact. Should have been a foul there, but they're going to let him play and finish this one out. Wallentine, not on that contact, though. Donaldson comes in, gives Wallentine a bump, hits her about 3 feet back court. And that's Donaldson's third personal, puts Wallentine at the line to shoot 1-1. Allie steps up to the line, 6.5 seconds to go, and hits the first. The Rebels were 1 of 8 from the free throw line coming into the quarter. Here in the fourth, 3 for 3. Allie's second free throw, up and too short, front of the iron. Rebound to Grace. They push up the right side with 3-2. Windley into the middle, pulls up and hits at the buzzer off the glass. Madison Windley finishes with 11 points in the ball game, but Rich wins 58-38, a 20-point Rebel win on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. A very nice performance from Rich tonight, I thought, which finishes with 9 turnovers in the ball game and a 58-38 win. Stay tuned. We'll have the post-game show coming up. This fourth quarter has been brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Count on us to care.
It's the Chevy Employee Discount Sale going on now at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston. You pay what employees pay. What does that mean? Total savings of up to $11,000 on the remaining 2017s and select 2018s. And with a trade-in assist of up to $3,000, the time to buy is now. Auto Farm is stuffed with vehicles. It's the Chevy Employee Discount Sale going on now at Auto Farm. You pay what employees pay.
Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
Whenever you need dirt work, always think of J-Bar Excavation first. The professionals at J-Bar Excavation have all the right equipment and the experience to provide quality work that fits your schedule and your budget. Serving customers for years, the team at J-Bar Excavation understands the area and will work with you to create exactly what you're looking for. Stop in today. J-Bar Excavation, 90 Main Street in Randolph, Utah. It doesn't matter what season you visit Bear Lake. Make sure you always stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods. You'll find lots of great quality inventory at low prices, including guns and ammo. During the winter, you can rent cross-country skis, snowshoes, and buy your ski passes to Beaver Mountain. Pugstones is always the best place to get information about the area and purchase your hunting or fishing licenses. Everything you need with one stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods at the four-way stop in Garden City.
Welcome to the post-game show. We've got your Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet play and shot of the game, plus the Randolph Country Store adjustment of the game coming up. But first, it's time for the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap. We're fresh and fast meet at 113 Front Street in Evanston. That's Jimmy John's. Rebels on Thursday night, the final game of the 2017 calendar year. Rich hosting the 1A Grace Grizzlies. And the Rebels jumped out to a 16-7 lead in the first quarter. Kiara Grohl had 2 threes to help lead the way for Rich. Kaylee Cornea finished with 7 points in the first half, and Rich was on top 30-19. Julia Hopkin hit a 3 just before the buzzer to make it an 11-point lead for the Rebels going into the locker room. In the third quarter, Rich struggled a little bit to score, but still outpaced the Grizzlies 13-7, and then Rich, even in the fourth quarter, outscored the Grizzlies 15-12. Kiara Grohl finished with 26 points. Julia Hopkin had 12, and Rich dominated a 20-point win, 58-38, and a victory to improve the Rebels' record to 5-5 heading into the 2018 calendar year. That's your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap. Gourmet sandwiches fresh and fast every day at 113 Front Street in Evanston. You're tuned in to the Rebel postgame show, and after the break, we'll have your Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet shot and play of the game, plus the Randolph Country Store adjustment of the game. That's all coming up here on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. When you have dental care done, you let the dentist and the hygienists into your personal space. It's important that you and your family trust that your dentist will provide professional care in a comfortable atmosphere. Comprehensive Family Dental is a family-owned and operated business that understands how important this trust is. 2 locations make it convenient for you and your family when scheduling appointments. When it comes to your dental work, expect the best. Call Comprehensive Family Dental today at 435-793-2210. If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for. Welcome back to the post-game show. We had our Jimmy John's Freaky Fest recap. I had a Jimmy John's number 16 with hot peppers today for lunch. I'm tempted to just go back there for a late dinner tonight and get another turkey bacon with hot peppers for dinner. A late dinner it would be, of course. Rebels with a good win tonight. I thought they played really well. 9 turnovers total, and that was with just 1 in the first quarter, 1 more in the second quarter. Kiera Grohl knocked down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 T7 propane and Woodruff 3-pointers. Julia Hopkin knocked down a pair of triples as well. Hopkin had 8 boards, 12 points. Smith, 4 points and 7 rebounds. Got great contributions from Kaylee Cornea, 7 points. Risha Larson came in late, scored a bucket. McKenna Stacy below her average for points, but 4 rebounds, the 4 points. Good contributions from everybody. And then, boy, if you can get Kiera to shoot like that, Rebels 8 of 19 from three-point range. That's 42% from beyond the arc. That's excellent. I want to thank Rob Layson running the camera tonight, keeping these stats. Rich, 44% from two-point range, 43% overall. Grace, just 30% overall. The Grizzlies were led by Mania Clegg, the freshman off the bench, 20 points, 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Boy, she was impressive, and boy, I'd be scared to see her again in future years. She was very good. Madison Winley shot the ball well. She's a sophomore. This is a Grace team with a lot of youth, and they'll be very good for years to come. Madison Winley, 11 points. She was the second leading scorer. Those 2 in double figures. Then a handful of other players with 2, 2, and 1 points apiece for Grace. Rebels out-rebounded Grace tonight, 37-34. And that was one of your keys of the game. The Rich County keys of the game was to win the battle of the boards, and that's a big part of why Rich won tonight. They also took care of the basketball, treated that ball like gold. That's the golden rule. And they won the first quarter, and outscoring Grace 16-7. Let's jump right into the adjustment of the game, brought to you by the Randolph Country Store. And that was, I'm going to call it the Rebels' offensive adjustment against the zone defense. Grace went to a man-to-man midway through the fourth quarter when they realized the zone just wasn't working. Grace had allowed 40 points per game. The Rebels dropped in 58 tonight. And for Rich, let's see, they scored 54 in overtime against Bear Lake, 55 at Westside, 53. That's the highest scoring output of the season for Rich, against a team that had been allowing 40 points per game. The Rebels, the passing was very crisp tonight. They worked it around real well. They took care of it extremely well. And that's a fantastic adjustment against a good zone defense that Grace played. So that's your Randolph Country Store adjustment of the game. We may be small, but we've got it all. Rolene Kennedy's play of the game. Rich County's representative at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet shot and play of the game. The shot, well, Julia Hopkins' three-point shot, she hit 6 of them. Julia hit 2 of them. Both Kiera and Julia hit threes at the end of quarters to beat the buzzer. Julia at the end of the half, Kiera at the end of the third. I'm having a hard time picking which one to give the shot of the game. Well, I think, if I'm going to be forced to pick one, we'll say Julia's. Grizzlies were making a comeback in the second quarter. Julia knocked down a 3 at the end of the second, taking an 11-point lead into the locker room, and I feel like that had a bigger impact on the game than any of the other candidates. So there's your shot of the game. Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, play of the game. Kaylee Cornea's and 1. Rebels had not scored early in the second quarter. Grace had scored 4 straight to make a 9-point Rebel lead down to a 5-point Rebel lead. Cornea gets the ball on the left angle, fakes the shot to get around the big, tall defender, then dribbles once to her right, puts it up and in off the glass, and she was fouled, hit the foul shot, and the and 1, the 3-point play the old-fashioned way, put the Rebels back up by 8, 19-11 at that point. And that's your play of the game, brought to you by Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stay tuned. We've got your Town of Laketown Rebel Sports update here on the postgame show. We'll talk with Mariah Sellers, a senior at Rich High School. We'll talk about Beauty and the Beast, the upcoming musical in the spring, in March at Rich High School. That's coming up on our postgame show. Rebels win 58-38 over the Grace Grizzlies. Back after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
There's real power in enthusiasm. It spells the difference between mediocrity and having real, successful accomplishments. The mayor and town council from the town of Laketown recognize the enthusiasm of the parents, teachers, fans, and students of Rich High School. Whether it's your education, athletics, academics, or even your daily chores, enthusiasm can make all the difference. When it comes to hard things in life, don't say, why me? Just say, try me. Remember, it's the tough things that make us the strongest. The cattle ranchers at Laziest Ranching are proud supporters of the youth in our community. Sim, Joe Jean, Carol, and Millie Weston, along with Sim Jr. and Meggie, remind everyone to eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels. That's right. Eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels.
We're back on the post-game show, and it's time for the Rebel Sports Update, brought to you by the town of Laketown. Good luck from the Mayor Sim Weston and council members Dallas Clark, Chris Hodges, Gary Ogilvie, and Delora White. Ryan Steineckert with senior Mariah Sellers at Rich High School. Mariah, thanks for your time today.
You're welcome.
How's your senior year going?
Pretty good right now. I'm doing the musical, and I'm also a part of college classes and stuff.
So you said you're involved in the musical as well.
Yeah, I'm the wardrobe for the Beauty and the Beast.
So now, I'm not real familiar with the show, but I remember in the cartoon, she opens up the drawers and then moths fly out and she's embarrassed. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and she's also an opera singer.
Are you an opera singer?
No.
Have you been working on your opera singing?
No.
Does Mr. Wood want you to work on your opera singing?
No, I don't think so. I think I only have to sing one high note, so it's good.
Is that high note something you're going to have to work toward, or are you getting there now?
Oh, I can get it pretty easily.
No problem, huh?
No problem.
I noticed today your hands are all black and blue. Were you working on the set today?
Oh, yeah. I was painting part of the scenery for the walls and stuff.
Is there parts of being in the show that, like you're painting, you're working on the scenery, you're working on your lines, the singing. Is that all stuff you enjoy?
Definitely. I'm definitely, artistic, and that's fun to me.
So you like art and music? That's all right down your alley?
Yep.
What do you like about all that stuff?
It just gives me a thrill, and it helps me to relax.
Are you taking some art classes, or have you taken some?
I have taken some, but I'm not taking any right now.
And is that something you're going to pursue in the future?
Yep. That's what I'm going into for my college.
More specific to what are you going into?
It's like visual arts, photography, illustration, something like that.
Do you have a career in mind, an end goal, or what you want to become?
No, not yet. Haven't chosen.
Anything that keeps the art, keeps you involved with art, you'll go with it?
Pretty much, yeah.
What's your favorite, medium? Do you like to paint? Do you like to draw? Pencils? What is it?
A lot of it. All of that.
You'll do it all?
Yep.
Do you do, computer graphics as well?
Yeah, I'm good at that.
Mariah, in the show, you're the wardrobe, you said. Is that for both casts?
No, just half of it. So, the other half, I'm part of the village on my off night. Have
you done the show in other years?
No.
So what prompted you to do it this year?
It just looked so fun, so I decided to try it. And when I heard they were doing the Beauty and the Beast, I was like, yes.
You like the show?
Yes.
Did you see, have you seen the play before, or the musical, the show? Like, I mean the live show, the play.
No, I haven't seen the live show, but I have seen the movie, and I loved it.
Mariah Sellers, senior at Rich High School, thanks so much for your time. Break a leg in the show. Good luck with the art and everything else.
Thank you.
Well, thanks so much, Mariah. That's the Rebel Sports Update presented by the Town of Laketown Rebels. Good luck, Rebels, from the Mayor and Town Council of Laketown. Again, final score, Rebels win 58-38 over the Grace Grizzlies on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. One more quick break, and we'll take a look ahead at what the rest of this 2017 calendar year has, and then looking ahead to 2018 and the first week or two of that. That's coming up on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
In life, your integrity could also be considered your own personal brand. In ranching, the brand outlasts the rancher. As individuals, your character and your integrity also outlast your lifetime. At Reese Land and Livestock, the Rexes congratulate the Rich County School District students as they create personal integrity, their own individual brands, and wish you good luck in this year's academics and sports.
Welcome back to the post-game show. Time to take a quick look ahead at what's coming up in the next few days and weeks for the Rich Rebels and the Rich Middle School Royals as well. Again, the varsity girls win 58-38. The wrestling team tonight lost a duel against Bear Lake, but boy, if you want to go back and watch that, it's archived at mylocalradio.com. You're welcome to take a look back at how the Rebels did. They won some of those matches. Wyatt Weston won by fall. Keegan Terry had a nice come-from-behind pin right at the end in his match, and a good night for Rich. Now looking ahead, of course, today was a minimum day with the school buses leaving early. We had mentioned the girls, or the wrestling team. Cowgirls already played tonight at number 14 Duke. Looking ahead to next week, Christmas vacation. So the next real activity is Tuesday, January 2nd. Get back to school. Of course, teams will practice a couple of days next week. I think Tuesday and Wednesday. And let's see, 27th and 28th. That's Wednesday and Thursday. Basketball and wrestling practices. Our next broadcast and next Rebel basketball game is Thursday, January 4th. The Rebel boys at home against Bear Lake. Freshmen at 4:30, JV at 6, varsity at 7:30. Our pregame will start at 7 o'clock. The next night, the Rebel boys host the Westside Pirates. And it's just about the same times, a little bit earlier. Freshmen at 4, JV at 5:30, varsity at 7. Our pregame starts at 6:30. And then the next day, Saturday, Rebel wrestlers will be at the Bear Lake tournament all day, and the Rebel girls basketball team hosts the North Summit Braves, a 2A team, one of the top teams in 2A. And again, we'll have freshmen at 4, JV at 5:30. Our varsity pregame starts at 6:30 with a tip at 7 o'clock. Let's look ahead. That's it for the next year. We hope you have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, a Happy Holidays, and all that good stuff. Again, our final score on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard tonight. The Rebels with a win over the Grace Grizzlies, 58-38. Kiara Grohl with 6 3-point baskets in the game, 26 points. Julia Hopkin had 12 points, 8 boards, and Rich wins by 20 over the 1A Grace Grizzlies. Join us again on Thursday, January 4th, when the Rebels host the Bear Lake Bears. That'll be a boys' game. Our pregame starts at 7 o'clock that Thursday night if you can't make it down here to Rich High School. That will do it for tonight's videographer, Rob Leifson, my producer, Val Cook, and Kate Bollender back in the studio. I'm Ryan Steineckert. We'll talk with you again soon.
You've been tuned in to Rich High School basketball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, with live video online at mylocalradio.com. Today's broadcast has been brought to you by these Rebel supporting businesses and individuals: the Wind River Hotel and Casino of Riverton, Wyoming, West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign of Evanston, Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, and by mylocalradio.com. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of Old West Media, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the aforementioned rights holder.
Our executive producer is Val Cook. We thank office manager Kayleen Anderson and our sales manager Julie Burley, along with KNYN Sports Director Jake Hibbard and production assistants Kate Bollender and AJ Lamb. Biggest thanks to all of our sponsors and to you for tuning in. We invite you to visit mylocalradio.com for archived games and past interviews with Rebel players and coaches. Thank you for joining us on this presentation of Rich Lady Rebel Basketball on KADQ FM 98.3 and online at mylocalradio.com. Until the next time, Rich High takes the court. Go Rebels!